Hello everybody, welcome to Tech Time. I'm David,
I'm Lucas.
and we have a great show for you guys today. Alright, just to let you guys know, if you are watching on YouTube, we have an entire new layout happening right here. You can probably see right now.
Crazy
Very
interface.
cool. It's really cool. It's got,
Yeah.
so I'm just going to take some time to explain. Sorry for that, are listening and they can't see it. But pretty much at the top, there's a bar, and it has CNET's live news feed, like RSS feed, scrolling news at the top. And at the bottom, we have CNET's live Twitter account, their news that's happening there. And then we just have our banners and all that other stuff that you can logo, our animated logo in the corner, okay? So, I'm just going to go over the show notes right now. Okay, so for the first part of the show, we have my app of the week. Sorry there was no app of the week last week, and there wasn't a show this last Thursday. Sorry about that. We were just trying to get some things with this new interface to work, so we couldn't do a show, unfortunately. And the week before that, the Sunday, the last Sunday that we did the show, was all about TV, so we weren't able to get to the app of the week. But it's okay, because I have my app of the week this week. And then Lucas is going to review the Nikon D600 and D610, and also the Sony Handycam.
Sony
And then Handycam, yeah. And then I'm going to talk about some new MacBook Air rumors, and then just some general info, which I pretty much already went over now and regarding the new interface, so might as well just delete that off the show notes right now, because technically that's already pretty much been touched on. Alright, so let's get right into it. My app of the week. So my app of the week this week, a brand new game. It's called 2048. I don't know if you guys have played the game Threes, any of you, but it's a fun game. Pretty much you have these numbers on like a board. For the people who can't see, you should probably watch on YouTube after this. If you're listening live or you're just listening recorded on Spreaker, the YouTube after this, the Tech Time podcast, so you get a better idea of it. But pretty much you have all these numbers on a board, and then you have to slide the numbers together to make them add up, and they'll combine into one, and you just keep adding the numbers up and up and up, and you're trying to get like the least tiles. Every time a tile gets added, and once you have so many tiles on the board that it fills up all your spaces, then you die and your high score is. So, well, you don't die, you're game over, whatever. I'm so used to playing armors and stuff like that I'm always used to saying the word die, but you're not actually dying, so. But anyways, so it's a really addictive and fun game. I believe an Italian developer, any company called Catch App, almost like Catch. I don't know if that's a company or an individual developer. I don't know, but it's a really fun app, super popular, #1 on the charts right now. It is also on Android, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It's a really fun game, and literally it is the next Flappy Bird, Lucas. It really is. He's going so crazy over the Flappy Bird, blah, 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 blah. No. Like, it is. Okay, people, apparently it's coming back.
Birds?
No.
Yeah, they made a Clappy
No,
Birds.
they didn't. Another thing, Lucas. So, you guys might have seen an app on App Store called Clappy Bird that's
Made by Gears.
appears to be made by Dong Nguyen. No, it actually isn't by him. That's a fake. That's not actually him.
It's not?
No, it's not. You click on his developer name, you don't see his other apps. And if you type in Flappy Bird, no, not Flappy Bird, type in one of his other games like Juggling, and then you click, then you'll actually see his other apps and stuff. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, no, it's actually not really by him. By the way, this YouTube video that you're like, because in our YouTube video, I'm actually playing a YouTube video of the game. It's by this user right here. You can just look at it. This game, like the rights to this video or anything. So sorry about that. But
neither do I.
Lucas doesn't either. Just Lucas.
So is this game free, David, or do you have to pay for it?
This game is 100% free. Thank you for reminding me to talk about that. And I know it's on the iPhone App Store.
Is it also on Android?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
That is the one thing I am not sure of.
Because last time I checked, it wasn't, so.
Alright, it is really fun. You guys really, okay, you like have to get the game right now. Go on, and literally, don't play the game if you actually have stuff to do in your life, because I showed my mom this game, and literally that's all she does now is play this game.
You ruined her.
I did. I ruined. Seriously, she doesn't. She's broken. She doesn't work anymore. She doesn't work. Like, honestly, it's like, hey mom, she's just playing her game. No, she doesn't want to talk to me. She doesn't want to. No. That's the mother of the year right there. Okay, moving on. Moving on to the Nikon D600 review, Lucas. I'm
All
handing
right.
the virtual microphone, handing it over to.
So the Nikon D600. If you guys don't know, it starts off at, well, the lowest price is 14.
What is it, though? Tell
What?
me what it is first.
Oh, sorry. So the Nikon D600 is a full frame DSLR camera. Full frame is
What?
pretty much the biggest sensor that you can get in a camera.
All right.
I have the camera. It's an awesome camera.
You own this camera?
Oh yes, I own this camera.
Shut up.
Oh,
You do?
I own it.
How come you didn't tell
Well,
me?
me not personally. My dad.
Okay, same thing.
Yeah. So this camera starts off at $14.99. Well, at least you can find it for that price. But they go all the way up to 1800, and if you get a lens with it, you're looking in the 2000 range. So with this
That's
body is a crazy
expensive.
body. I mean, you can literally be out in a rainstorm with this body, and nothing will happen to it.
Really?
It's got magnesium parts in it.
I don't know what that means.
Magnesium?
I know what that is. I mean, but like, okay. Anyways, that's really helpful because I know a lot of photographers.
Mhm.
They
Wait,
like to
I'm not
shoot their
telling you to
shots.
do it though. I'm just
Not
saying.
encouraging it. It's just it can. That's
Yeah.
really helpful, Lucas, though, because think about how many photos are taken in the rain,
hmm
right?
I mean, I'm not saying that you should go out with a rainstorm in a rainstorm with this camera without putting any protective things on it. I mean, protective bag on it. You still should, but if there's like a little bit of water on it, no big deal. Just wipe it off. I mean, oh yeah, 14.99.95. That's just the body alone. If you guys didn't get that, just the body alone. The body alone.
Okay.
So it's like
So that's not including a lens.
not including lens. So this camera, it has great shooting features, very very high quality pictures. So if you're a prosumer and you want a really really good camera that takes like professional grade pictures, get this camera. I'm telling you, everyone in our when we take family pictures with this thing or just self portraits, everybody
That's
thinks we went to a professional photographer. Sorry, or a got a professional photographer at our house. No, just use that. Put it on a tripod. My dad got a remote. That's it. Away you go.
great.
It's awesome.
That's
Very
great.
easy to use. I mean, just for taking simple pictures, oh, very. It's got a lot of advanced features too. So if you're that high tech prosumer, oh yeah, if you're the wife using it and you don't know what the heck to take a picture,
That
you
no. Well, that's implying girls don't know how to take photos.
hey, I'm
That's not
just
true.
no. If you don't, if
My mom is a great photographer. Okay.
there's a lot of buttons on, but
It would confuse them probably.
yeah.
It would confuse a lot of people. It would confuse a lot of guys. I don't see
hmm
my dad knowing how to use this thing.
Oh,
What does this button do? I don't know.
I mean, my brother found like he found out how to use it like nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
just gotta know
Well,
what to
he's
press and what
techie
not
though.
to
Your brother's a
press.
techie. He's a geek like us.
Yeah. So
He's the part of the family of geeks.
also the problem with the D600 is it actually went down on price. I think the second month because people were finding that dust was actually getting on the sensor.
Oh, so I was thinking, how's it a problem that the price went down? But then that makes sense.
Yeah. So dust was getting in the sensor and it brought down the price. And actually dust got into our sensor too, but
Really?
it's not a big deal. If you take the lens off, you can see it. Get one of those air,
Compressed air?
no, not compressed air, like those like air squeegee things. I forgot what they're called. You can go to your local.
Local hardware store, pick one up
Henry's.
right now. This video is sponsored by Canadian Tire. This podcast is sponsored by Canadian Tire. No.
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, you can go to your local.
Why would Canadian Tire sponsor us? We have nothing to do with home hardware. We
home
do tech.
hardware. All right. Anyway, you can go to your local Henry's or Future Shop.
What's Henry's?
You can go to local
Lucas?
Henry's or
What is
Future Shop or
Henry's? What's
Best
Henry's?
Buy
I've never heard of
or
Henry's.
Canada Computers, right? And they'll
Or Tiger
give you it
Direct.
very low price. We have it. We got the dust out. We're still on our way with the
Dog.
camera. Now with the
Dog barking.
D610, now you guys may have heard of that.
10.
All
Okay,
the
moving to the
right,
D610. Okay, let's do it.
the D610 has some minor updates to it. Nothing.
Oh, but the price
The price, yes, is higher,
is
but
almost
you do not.
$2,000 higher.
But the D610 also fixes that.
Or sorry, I want $1,500 higher.
Yeah.
Like $1,500 higher.
Mhm.
Almost. Ish,
Yeah.
sort of.
It's a very good camera. So.
But okay, minor improvements. It's a lot more expensive.
Yeah, minor improvements. But when the Nikon 100 first came out, that was the price.
Really?
Yeah, and the price went down so much
So
because
why
of
would
that.
anybody buy this though?
Well, I don't. Well, if they don't really have an issue with dust getting in the sensor, and they don't have an issue with cleaning it, then okay, get it. But the D610, all it does is it fixes that dust issue, and with a few minor features, added and upgraded.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for the Nikon D600. Let's move on to the
Sony Handycam. Woo!
Sony
See,
Handycam
I just
FTR.
cut you off there. I just cut you off. Sorry, Lucas. Sorry.
So-
Do the intro. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to the D610 page for those of you watching the video, and now let me go and say it, and I'll switch to the page again just to make you feel good.
All right, so the camera that we're talking about now is a video camera. It is the Sony Handycam.
Handycam. Oh, sorry. Did I do it again?
Yeah, you did do it again.
Oh,
Sony
sorry,
Handycam FTR-AX100. This camera starts.
Camera shoots in 4K, and it is cheaper than that D600 or D610.
This
Okay.
camera starts off at $19.99.
Technically $1,899.
So that's $1,999. So basically $2,000. You can find it for as low as
Well, no. Well, actually,
$1,899, $1,899.
Basically, not.
Yes, as David said, this is a 4K camera.
It's the first real prosumer 4K camera.
Oh yeah, this thing is loaded with features. It's got 4K. It's got a Carl Z lens, and it shoots.
Is it Zeiss or Zeiss? I never knew.
Zeiss.
Zeiss.
And a really cool feature of this, it shoots 5.1 audio.
I don't even know what that means.
5.1 audio.
No.
All right. For anyone who's not Dave, and still.
Lucas, you're sort of. So let me just call you back, and hopefully we won't have these problems again, because it seems that every time we do the podcast, this happens. Hello? Nope, that doesn't work either. Okay, calling him back again. Sorry about this, guys. This better work, or I will. Guys, I don't even remember what was going on. Hello? Hello? Why the heck isn't this working again? Alright, guys, I'm sorry about these issues we're having. Hello? Okay, guys. Unfortunately, we are having some difficulties right now. Okay, it is not working. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just going to take over in the meantime. This sensor, yeah. It's a really large sensor. It has 20 megapixels, which hence because I know megapixels aren't everything, but in a 4K camera or camcorder or just a 4K camera in general, you're going to want those megapixels because you're going to want to be able to zoom in because it's 4K, and that's going to be what your benefit, like that's big benefits. It's going to be really clear, you're going to be able to zoom in a lot, all that jazz, right? So anyways, Lucas, honestly, I don't know, it's not working. It is not working for me at all. I don't know why. Lucas? Hello? Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna have to, take over the rest of this myself. So I'm just gonna do the rest of my show by myself because this isn't working. I don't even know if Lucas can hear me. But anyways, yeah, so 20 megapixels, very good. 1 second. Lucas is just messaging me. He said, talk about the processor. I'm just gonna tell him to listen live. Okay, so yeah. The processor, where did it talk about the processor? Okay, oh, here it is. Talks about this over here. Okay, so it's image processing compliant, the Bions, or whatever, Z. Um, so, okay, yeah, obviously a 4K processor. I mean, a camera's gonna have to have a good processor to process all that video. So I mean, that makes, it's, okay, so the processors are very powerful. Okay, thank you, Lucas. Thank you very much for helping me. So I guess I'm technically not really doing it alone, but I sorta am. It doesn't really matter much because my last topic is about MacBook, the MacBook Air rumors. So I mean that's okay because that was already it's already my story anyways. So I'm gonna move on to the MacBook right now, because I don't have much else to say about this camcorder because I didn't really do the research on it. Lucas did, but anyways. So this story really fascinates me because a couple months ago we heard about Apple potentially bringing back their MacBook line, killing the MacBook Air, and making something with a Retina screen that's even thinner than the current MacBook Air. Now new rumors are coming out that they actually are gonna make a new, like now even more rumors are coming out, right? And people, it's potentially could be also like called the MacBook Air, right? So they could continue the line, which would make a lot of sense. So very interesting, a lot of interesting information very recently, because it says Apple's, okay, so by CNET talks about these MacBook Air rumors, right? And they're saying that it could potentially have a fanless design. I don't really see how you do that in a computer. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How are you going to have a fanless design in something like a full-featured laptop like that? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But, anyway, so they're going to say it's going to have a trackpad sans mechanical button, sort of like Microsoft's type cover, their Ultra keyboard that goes with the Surface Pro and Surface Pro 2. Kind of trackpad, which would fit really well with the design. They're saying yes, it's going to have a Retina display, going to be 12 inches, so no 11-inch, no 13, just 12 inches. That'll combine both of them. I think that's a really smart move, because then you can save a lot of money by just manufacturing, one screen size. But another thing that I found kind of interesting is that, like, fanless design, like, that's the thing that really intrigues me the most about this, because I don't understand. I mean, I know we've seen things like that before, but on a MacBook, I don't know how that'll work. Lucas actually talking about this beforehand, right? We were talking about this before we did the show, or the podcast. I keep calling it a show, whatever. Um, so yeah, we talked about this before we were doing the podcast. I was telling him the stories that I was doing and everything, and he said that maybe it could have one of their mobile chips in it, like the A something, like maybe a new A8 chip, or like even like a newer one, like a higher one up. I don't know if that would be enough to power a full Mac. I don't know. I just don't think that it excuse me. I don't think that that would work very well in a laptop. You know, I mean, a MacBook Air as well, like even though most people use it for just typing and stuff like that, this computer right now can do some gaming pretty decently, can do some video processing, can do some Photoshop work. Even in the photos right here that it shows it being done with, you know, done doing video editing. I mean, it just seems like it'd make a lot of sense to put a pretty powerful chip in there, but also their mobile chip. I don't know, it just seems weird to me, but I guess what do you think? Tell me what you think about the matter. I don't know if he's actually listening live right now, but I know he was before. I don't know if he's. So, I mean, I don't know. This is a very interesting story, and I've always kind of loved the MacBooks. Well, obviously, but I've really liked the MacBook Air. I think it's been really great how it's so small and you can do so much with it. It is expensive, but I just would love to see it get better. I don't want it to take a step backwards. If they can use those mobile chips and take a step forward in performance somehow, I'm all for that. But I really don't know how it's going to work out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for this episode of Tech Time. It was a little short, but I do have a little bit more to talk about. Okay, really sorry about these issues that were happening during the show today. It is really weird. I don't know why these issues occurred. It's happened in a couple of our other shows too, but I've cut them out. Anybody that's listened live knows, but I don't know. It's a little odd. We're gonna have to see if there's something we could do about this, and maybe potentially we could use Hangouts because we were talking, me and Lucas, and we were saying yes, Hangouts is more stable, but it doesn't sound as good as Skype. But we've been getting these episodes, like we've gotten this like 3-4 times in a row now, so I think it really is necessary to make some sort of a change. So I'm willing to make a change, even if it means that there's like less of a quality. If it means it's going to be more stable, I'm fine with that. Another thing, we use CNET a lot. Right now on the live video, you can probably see the banner at the top. That's CNET's news RSS feed. A lot of our articles are CNET articles. At the bottom, we have CNET's Twitter account showing their latest tweets, and that is in the video as well. Which, by the way, their tweet is about the MacBook. But, yeah, we really rely, like, we don't rely, but, like, we do a lot because they are really great. They have a lot of great resources, and, they just have a lot of cool stuff on their site. So, you know, we're going to probably continue to use CNET a lot. We're going to use other sources, too, but CNET's just really our go-to for both of us for where we go and where we grab kind of, like, our tech news. So, like, one thing we like to do is we like to take the facts from CNET's articles and we like to put our own opinions in it, our own thoughts, so we're not just reading a CNET because anybody can do that, alright? Another change we're going to have is we are already going to be moved to listen to YouTube video, yeah, like watch the YouTube video because it's very, like, it's just good to have the visual, and so we feel like, okay, doing the whole extras part, the you know, in the YouTube video, trying to promote the YouTube is already, we're going to switch it, and we're going to do extras not in the YouTube video, but in the, just the audio on Spreaker, okay? So my startup space is getting full right now, so I'm going to go. Have a very great day, guys, and just be cool, okay? Have a good day. Stay safe, all that stuff, okay? Goodbye. This